Good afternoon. Today we're going to do a little formation work, some rendezvous, a little bit of tack form, and then we'll finish up with a look at the tanker. It's a full slate, but we're on a compressed timeline. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, great. Then let's go. Listen carefully to all my instructions.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Copy.
Chief,
Ground power
connect
is
ground
now
air
on.
supply.
Copy.
Chief, remove
Ground
the
air
wheel
supply
chocks.
is now connected. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Copy.
ICS comm check. Can you hear me? Roger, okay. I'm closing the canopy. Ready to start.
Runway 03 right. Arrival runway 21 right. Visual approaches in use. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo. Nellis information echo. 2215 Zulu. Wind 215 at 8 knots. Visibility greater than 10 miles. Scattered clouds at 12,000. Temperature 9 or 2. Dew point 42. Altimeter 3011. NOSIG. Departure runway 03 right. Arrival runway 21 right. Visual approaches in use. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo. Nellis information echo. 2215 Zulu. Wind 215 at 8 knots. Visibility greater than 10 miles. Scattered clouds at 12,000. Temperature 9 or 2. Dew point 42. Altimeter 3011. NOSIG. Departure runway 03 right. Arrival runway 21 right. Visual approaches in use. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo. Nellis information echo. 2215 Zulu.
Roger. Ready to taxi.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
Copy.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Two's up and ready.
Ground power is now off.
Gunfighter 1-1, check in on TAC. Alpha check to bullseye 003 for 52. Gunfighter 1-2, good Alpha check. Gunfighter 1-1, flight switch clearance. 2. 1-1. 2. Nose clearance, Gunfighter 1-1, flight ready to copy with Echo. South 4.
Gunfighter 1-1, now it's clearance. You're cleared South 4 via the Dream 6 departures in as file. Squawk 4021 sequential. Departure frequency will be 273.55.
Squawk 4021, sequential, departure 273.55, Gunfighter 1-1.
Gunfighter 1-1, read back correct. Contact ground on 275.8 prior to taxi.
Copy, contact ground, flight go. 2. Gunfighters check. 2. Nose ground, Gunfighter 1-1, flight of Foxtrot, ready to taxi with Echo.
Gunfighter 1-1, now it's ground. Turn left Foxtrot, right Alpha, cross runway 03 left, hold short, 03 right.
Left Foxtrot, right Alpha, cross 03 left, hold short 03 right, Gunfighter 1-1. Takeoff checklist.
okay. Accumulator pressure's up.
Fuel.
Normal feed auto transfer. Dumps off. Feed tanks full. Bingo set.
Canopy closed. Locks engaged. Lights out. Stripes aligned. Handle in closed position.
Closed. Locks engaged. Light out. Seal inflated. Handle in closed position.
Seat arm, top and bottom. Command eject aft. Strapped in 6 ways.
I'm on top and bottom, showing MCO in the window.
SAS.
All on.
ATLS.
On.
All circuit breakers set.
All miners set.
Master test.
Off.
BiDi.
Normal.
Compass. Standby gyro. Altimeter.
Compass synced. Standby gyro erect. Altimeter set.
Wings.
Swept.
Trim.
Set 000.
Harness locked.
Mine's locked.
Controls.
I'll get it on the runway.
All warning and caution lights out.
Miner out.
Ready to go?
Ready.
Gunfighters check. 2. Nellis Tower, Gunfighter 1-1, Fighter 2, holding short, 03 right, ready for takeoff. Gunfighter 1-1, Nellis Tower, wind 210 at 8, clear for takeoff, runway 3 right. Gunfighter 1-1, clear to takeoff, 03 right.
Okay, I'll take the runway and take off immediately. You follow me as quickly as you can and rendezvous on the way out. Roger. Wings at 20 auto, both lights out. Maneuver, spoiler module on, spoiler brake selected. Here comes the light valve. Left, right, forward, aft, free and correct.
Engines normal. 140 knots, rotate. Gunfighters check. 2. No departure, Gunfighter 1-1 checking in, southward.
Gunfighter 1-1, Nellis departure. Radar identified, climb to 7,000, maintain 350 knots, follow heading 344 over truck stop, then resume on navigation.
Gunfighter 1-1 copy.
Nellis approach, Comanche 558 at Papa, 3 miles south of Mole Alpha. Requesting Bravo transition to North Las Vegas Airport.
Text 1-1, Nellis approach, roger. Reduce speed, maintain 250 knots. Viper 1, verify final element is 1 mile in trail, squawking 4770. Viper 1 leaving Las Vegas, cross Bravo airspace, contact Nellis Control, local channel 7.
Gunfighter 1-1 approaching Juno. Contact Blackjack on 377.8.
Gunfighter 1-1 switching, right switch. 2. Gunfighters check. 2. Blackjack, Gunfighter 1-1 checking in as flagged.
Gunfighter 1-1 Blackjack, you're cleared to the southward from surface to 35,000 feet. Contact Blackjack when ready for RTB.
Gunfighter 1-1 woke up.
I'll fly 300 knots and 15,000 feet. You can start off on my right side, then once you're comfortable, you can cross under to the left and back as you like. The line of bearing is determined by placing the upper leading edge of my right intake on the explosive seat warning triangle below the rear cockpit. Wingtip separation is determined by visually lining up the leading edges of my ventral fins so they're matching up, making sure you're still referencing the intake on the triangle. And finally, step down is determined by aligning my opposite engine nacelle just under the near engine nacelle. Got it? 3 points of reference to triangulate yourself in space. Sounds complicated, but you'll get the hang of it in no time and soon it will be second nature.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll fly straight and level to Stuckey's Peak. Then I'll begin a series of gentle turns to the left and right. You do your best to maintain proper parade formation throughout the turns. Remember, keep your touch light on the stick.
Roger.
General rule of thumb is to always fix the bearing line first. That's the one referencing the intake on the triangle. When you get sucked, meaning you're falling too far aft, turn away to get lined up properly. Once you're on the bearing line, use power to drive up to the proper distance.
Understood, sir.
When you get too acute, meaning too far forward, make a very gentle turn into me. We'll realign that bearing line. Put that intake back on the triangle, then fix the other two parameters with power and stick.
Got it.
Okay, keep your scan always moving. Bearing line, meaning the intakes on the triangle. Wingtip distance, meaning line up the ventrals. And step down, meaning lining up the engines. Don't fixate too long on any of the three. Keep your eyes moving, making a million small corrections.
Yes, sir.
Now, you learn soon enough that formation flying is not really staying in position, so much as making a million tiny corrections to continuously correct back into proper position.
Yes, sir.
Opening azimuth 10 DMB, 2 ship 36,000, 2 ship 29,000, 10 East Mount Irish.
All right, nice job. Steady as she goes. Let's do some turns. I'm about to begin a gentle right-hand turn. If you're on my right, the inside of the turn, you'll have to anticipate pulling a smidge of power and dropping down a few feet in altitude to hold to the same position. If you're on my left, the outside of the turn, then you'll have to add a little bit of power to stay on bearing and climb just a few feet as my wingtip comes up.
Understood, sir.
Ignore the outside world. All you care about is bearing line, wingtip, and step down. The horizon, the clouds, whatever is ahead of us, those things have no meaning in your life right now. Scan and correct. Stay in position as I turn. Ready? Gentle right turn. Here we go. Now. Okay, nice. I'm going to bring us back to the left. Well done. Now I'll maneuver the section gently back and forth a few times. Do your best to hang in. You can swap sides as you wish.
Roger.
You're too far away. Bring it in a little. Get those ventrals lined up.
Yes, sir.
Ivan 1, continue reference 060, standby targeting, Ivan 1.
Number 1.
Ivan 3, reference 060, Ivan 3. Ivan 3, reference 060, Ivan 3.
Okay, Slick. Looks like you have the basic parade down. Let's dial it up a little. You get in parade on my right side, and we'll do a few breakups and rendezvous.
Roger.
All right, let me know when you're ready. Then I'll give you the kiss-off signal, and I'll break 180 degrees away from you. You fly straight and level on the same heading for 15 seconds, and then follow me in a 180-degree brake turn, maintaining the 300 knots and 15,000 feet.
Yes, sir.
After 15 seconds, basically the same time you commence your brake turn, I'll begin a 30-degree angle bank turn to the left, maintaining 300 knots and 15,000 feet.
Understood.
Once you complete your brake turn, you should spot me commencing my turn. As you approach, you need to get to the inside of my turn, 500 feet below my altitude, about 14.5, and with a slight overtake of 320 to 350 knots.
Roger.
Once inside the turn, you need to get yourself on bearing line, lining up the intake on the triangle as you align your fuselage with my turn. Being inside the turn circle with slightly more speed will enable you to use the power to drive your Tomcat up the bearing line toward me. As you get roughly 300 to 500 feet from me, you'll need to step up to my altitude and slow down to match my speed. Once you're stabilized in proper parade formation on the inside of the turn, then you can cross under to the opposite side and stabilize in proper position there. That'll complete the maneuver. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, ready.
Check blocks, check blocks.
Okay, copy that, but I'm also getting words that that is not true. Do you have the AO confirmed with militia?
We confirmed with militia. We have the AO now. That was of about 1 minute ago.
Copy that. Air boss copies. Disco has the AO.
Nice and smooth. Now get tucked in the proper parade, then cross under to the right side.
Roger.
Alright, next exercise is cruise form. Cruise form is a relaxed version of parade. Cruise is the basic formation used for multiplane transit to or from an operating area where increased maneuverability is desired.
Got it.
Line of bearing is determined by placing the lead aircraft's wingtip light on the forward upper UHF antenna. Wingtip separation is determined by allowing approximately 1 foot of my opposite exhaust to show behind the near exhaust. This position should provide you with approximately 64 feet of wingtip separation and 10 feet of nose to tail separation.
Two's ready.
Once you're comfortable in that position, let me know. Since there's just the two of us on this flight, you can maneuver freely from side to side as we go through the next few turns. Whenever you're ready, take the cruise position.
Two's in position.
Alright, now that you're established and comfortable, I'll begin a series of gentle, uncalled maneuvers to either side with the angle of bank increasing up to 60 degrees. After a few minutes, I'll throw in some pitch changes as well, up to 45 degrees. Your job is to maintain the proper cruise formation position. Ready? Here we go.
2.
Hey, don't get too far. Bring it in a little.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Nicely done.
Blackjack, range 7 at Mint, checking out, RTB.
Range 7, copy, contact approach.
Range 7.
Salty Disco. Delta. Lead group of bullseye 096, 25 hostile. Heavy 2 contacts 35,000. Middle group of 40 DME. Hostile heavy 4 contacts 33,000. Holding 15 east of the line. Group now holding 10 east of the line. Hostile heavy 4 contacts 35,000.
Before we get to the next series of maneuvers, let's do a G1 to make sure we can max perform the jet without any physical or mechanical limitations. First, you take a combat spread on me, defined as a mile of beam on altitude. We'll accelerate to 400 knots at 15,000 feet. Then, on my command, we'll pull 4 Gs for 90 degrees and 1 wings level. On my follow-up command, we will turn another 90 degrees at 6 Gs. To hold the 6 Gs, you'll have to let the nose drop about 15 degrees to keep speed on the jet. Once we level off, we'll roll inverted for the negative G check to ensure we're properly strapped in and there's no gear drift in the cockpit. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Take combat spread.
2. Two's ready.
Gunfighters, XLG-1. Gunfighters, 90 left. Now. Stand by for 90 right. Now. Now we'll do an inverted check. Pull 20 degrees nose up and roll inverted. Once you're upside down, push gently on the stick to get a little negative G on the plane for 2 to 3 seconds. This ensures nothing is going to fly out during the maneuvers and cause a safety issue. Ready? Inverted check, now. One, 2, 3. Okay, roll back upright. Okay, well done. G1 complete. Let's get into the maneuvers that we'll use in combat to keep section integrity.
Yes, sir.
Tack form is next. We'll commence all of the maneuvers at 350 knots and 15,000 feet. The goal for the student is to come out of each maneuver in perfect combat spread, getting back to 1 mile of beam, 350 knots and 15,000 feet as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
First, we'll do a shackle maneuver. Lead will begin on the left, and the student will be in combat spread on the right. The shackle is used to swap sides in combat spread whenever the lead feels the wing is out of position. For instance, if we come out of an engagement and we're bugging that the wing is half a mile ahead of the lead will call for a shackle to help redress the combat spread formation.
Got it, sir.
Shackle is a called maneuver by the lead, both to commence the maneuver and to reverse the turn back to the original direction. But today we will begin in combat spread and, as always, it's the wing's job to end up in perfect spread at the conclusion of the maneuver.
Copy.
Both aircraft begin at level 13-unit AOA turn toward each other for approximately 45 degrees of heading change, adjusting power as necessary to maintain 350 knots. We'll both level our wings after 45 degrees of turn and wait for the pass. You're responsible for altitude deconfliction and should keep me in sight throughout the shackle.
Yes, sir.
Approximately 2 seconds after we pass, I'll call resume. We'll both reverse back to the original flow heading at the same time, and you will adjust power and angle as appropriate to end up with a perfect spread. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Let's do a couple shackles. Gunfighters, shackle, now. Resume. Alright, that looks good. Well done.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Salty dispo. Southwest. Lead group of bullseye 096, 25 hostile. Heavy 2 contacts 35,000. Middle group of 40 DME. Hostile heavy.
Nice work. Let's move on to the cross turn. This maneuver is used to reverse the direction the section is traveling in. I'll call for the maneuver, and once you respond, both planes turn into each other at full mill power, holding 350 knots. I'll call in low, and you call in high. We should pass each other after 90 degrees of turn with 500 feet of separation, and then roll out heading the opposite direction, still in combat spread, still at 350 knots and 15K. Got it? Okay, let's do a couple.
Two's ready.
Gunfighters, cross turn, lead low.
Cross turn high.
Alright, that looks good. Well done.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Last maneuver in tack form is the in-place turn. There are two flavors to this maneuver. One is a station-keeping turn where we're just motoring the low-thread environment on cap at max conserve. It'll be 30 degrees angle of bank and 300 knots. We'll both turn at the same time in the same direction, 180 degrees to the opposite heading, adding just a little power to make the turn.
Understood.
The other is a true tactical turn, where we both turn hard in the same direction at full mill power and 15 units anyway to get our noses pointed in the opposite direction, quickly but still with tactical speed. I'll let you know which is which in the comm. If I just say in place, it's the mellow kind. If I say in place hard, it's the tactical turn.
Got it.
If we both turn at the same rate, you should be able to look directly at my tailpipes when we're 90 degrees, or halfway through the turn. If you get through 90 degrees before I do, then ease your turn a little. If you see me halfway through my turn before you are, then tighten your shit up a little bit. Ready for an in-place turn? Alright, here we go.
Two's ready.
Gunfighters, in place left, go.
Two.
Zero 33 37,000, Flagger 2.
Flagger 2. Nicely done. Make sure you match my turn rate so you minimize corrections to proper combat spread once the turn is complete. One more.
Yes, sir.
Gunfighters, in place right, go.
2.
One's going to flow down to Brent to allow 2 to catch up.
I was just going to pass outside for one thing.
Come on, and be advised, make 4 RTB, so we'll get 3 regens out of MiG. 3.
Okay, nice. Let's simulate we have a pop-up bandit 15 miles behind us. We need to get turned around fast, but still keep mutual support.
Yes, sir.
Gunfighters, hard to the left, go.
2.
And one more time. Gunfighters, hard right, go.
2.
Rejoin with Ivan 2.
Alright, Slick. We are done with the maneuvering portion of today's mission. Let's get some stabs at the tanker and call it a day. Join up on me and cruise and we'll proceed to the tanker. We'll join up at the tanker at 240 knots and 15,000 feet. As we approach the tanker, I need you on my left-hand side, I'll rendezvous the section on the tanker, and you fly loose parade on me.
Roger.
Buster 2-1, Blackjack, radio check. Blackjack, Buster 2-1, got you 5x5.
I mean, check blocks. You have a 2-ship off your 6 at 30,000 right now. Ivan 1, Ivan 2, right 2 o'clock, 8 miles, 14,000, Ivan 1.
I will search.
Silver 01 ounce. Correction, iron 31, push white 08 knots.
Okay, I'll hit the basket first as a demo, and you can fall back and watch as I get some plugs. When I'm done, I'll back out and clear to the right, and then once the tanker pilot gives you a thumbs up, you're cleared in to do your own joust.
2.
Alright, before we begin, let's both accomplish the in-flight refueling checklist.
Roger.
WCS switch, standby. Arming switches, safe. Dump switch, off. Air source push button, left engine. Refuel probe switch, extend. Wing sweep mode as desired. I always use wings auto maneuvers out when I tank at 250 knots. This works up to 30,000 feet or 300 knots. Above that, either faster than 300 or higher than 30K, I bring the maneuvers up. But I always leave the wings in auto. You can experiment with wings and bomb if you like, to figure out where your sweet spot is.
Roger.
Visors, recommended down.
Okay, ready.
Release push stage 3.
Alright, I'm done with my stabs. Stabilize yourself on the left-hand side and wait for the pilot to clear you in with a thumbs up.
2.
Texaco 1-1. Springfield 1-1. Request rejoin. Texaco 1-1. Springfield 1-1. Request rejoin.
Springfield 1-1, Texaco 1-1, proceed to pre-contact at 16,000 at 240.
Ready, pre-contact.
Return pre-contact.
Ready, pre-contact.
Return pre-contact.